Happy Monday night, all you wonderful people. It is so nice to see you. Such a pleasure to get to be here with you. How's everybody doing? I hope your week is off to a wonderful start. I am so excited. Tomorrow is April. Tomorrow is
April Fool's Day.
Springtime is coming, so I'm really happy. So tell me what you're looking forward to. But we do have a question for this evening. I want to know, where is on your bucket list? Where is it that you've never been that you want to go? Or where have you been and you long with all your heart to go again? So tell me that in the comments. I have a list of a few things that I'm looking for when 2027 comes out. But I thought that since we're a family here, it would be kind of fun to see where everybody wants to go and take that under advisement. So let me know what you think, okay? And in the meantime, it's so good to see you all. Tim and Cindy, so nice to see you. Which, by the way, I got to talk to Tim and Cindy today. And David and Christy, sounds like you're calling them more than me. So I don't know. It's really okay. I just am tickled pink to get to see you guys before we know it. It's going to be really nice to see you again. And Cheryl, nice to see you and Dale up there in Lake Somerset, Illinois. And Christine, you and Larry, nice to have you with us. I hope you're doing good there. And Tim and Cindy, hi again. Gary and Edith, really nice to see you. They're there in Virginia. And,
sorry, did that jump too fast?
I don't know.
Yeah, it did.
We've got, oh, you're sure kind. Oh, Tim and Cindy are they're just, thanks you guys for being such wonderful people. Thank you.
Sue and Phil.
Sue and Phil. And Ray, I got to call you.
Did I say that right?
Even before you said that, I'm like, I got to call Ray. I'm going to write this down.
Sue and Phil had
I'll email you tonight and we can talk tomorrow. How's that? Because I know it's later where you are.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure I email you. Like I said, we'll talk tomorrow.
I hope the power came back.
Oh my gosh, we had a huge thunderstorm and knocked out our power. Oh my goodness, I hope you're okay. I guess the East Coast is getting a lot of weather today. So I hope everybody is safe and I hope your power does come back soon. Nancy, you and Mike. Oh, you guys are in Las Vegas for the Microsoft Fabric Conference. Missed the night. It's okay. You carry on and have a fun time. Get something good to eat. Go shopping. I don't know, whatever else. Yeah, have a good time. She does not recommend the MGM Grand. Everything costs extra. Oh, yeah, $40 resort fee. I know. Remember, so if everybody doesn't know this, you know how it used to be when you went to a hotel and they had a pool, you could just go swimming? No, it's been a while now that they've been charging those resort fees, and it is expensive. But I guess could do a study, but if anybody knows a good hotel in Las Vegas that doesn't charge a resort fee right there, in the main thoroughfare in the strip, speak up so that everybody knows. But I don't know a good one that doesn't there. So I agree. They get you coming and going. We stayed at the MGM Grand back in a long time ago. Josh Groban came and did a concert there when our daughter was in high school, and she thought he was the living end, and he does sing beautifully. So off we all went.
It was fun. And we had a really good time.
Had a really nice time. So he's coming down the stairs. Josh Groban is, and all the ladies are trying to get him. And here's my little Caroline, and I'm like, "Give me your hand." So,
I don't remember that.
Oh, you don't?
No. I just remember walking.
Gordon and Caroline's brothers were just there to make us happy, but we should have just saved our money and Caroline and I gone.
Oh, I enjoyed the concert. All these.
So anyway, back to have a nice time there, Nancy. Have a Coke. Good to see you, John. Carrie, quick hello there. We saw your post on Facebook. It's 1:40 a.m. in Rome. So you just get right to bed there, Carrie.
He's already
Thanks
gone.
for popping in.
He said ciao.
Yeah. Let's see. Jody, sure is nice to see you. Planning mode for her Hawaii trip. How fun is that? Yeah, we have Let's Go family members today that were kind enough to let me help them book Pride of America. So they're going to go. And yeah, it's very exciting, isn't it? I think it's great. I haven't had anybody said that the Pride of America blows you away, but the tours and the things that you get to see when you sail on the Pride of America does, that it really is absolutely wonderful. So Connie, sure is good to see you. And Michael, nice to have you. And Susan, greetings from Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs.
There you go.
How fun is that? Thanks, Susan. Nice to have you here. And Kay, we were happy to see you. And Lori, Christy, so good to see you. Thanks for coming. And Lee, I hope you're doing well. It's nice to see you here. So Lee, are you going to do the Love boat cruise again. I remember last year you did. So Becky, good to see you. Kathy, this is nice to see everybody, isn't it? An Ontario girl. Gina, you and Michael. So it's nice everybody sees each other. Ellen, it's right here from Iowa. Really good to see you, Ellen. How are you guys doing? I hope you are doing well.
Sir David. Sir James.
We miss you and Sir James. Absolutely. Thumbs up. We have got to get this channel moving. So whenever there's a useful video, share it on Facebook, share it on Cruise Critics, share it with your friends to help people know that we're all here. And thumbs up helps, believe it or not, of all the funny things. It does help. So thank you very much for saying that, David. We have 89 people here. So we need more people, but I can't tell how many thumbs up. So that's Gordon's department. Let's see. Clyde, nice to have you with us. On the live screen waiting. Do you know what ship that is? Was that from when we went to was that the
live waiting screen? Well, if it's showing Antarctica, like I think it is, that would have been when we were on the Coral Princess. But I'm not sure the live waiting screen.
You'll have to look. We'll have to look and tell you, Tim.
Well, I know the picture I see is of an iceberg. There's no ship that it's from the Coral Princess.
We'll find it. So we'll watch it tonight and see. So yeah, it's good to have you with us, Clyde. And Chris just got back. So tell us, what did you think of your first Princess cruise? Yeah, let us know, Chris. I'm excited to hear. And Jennifer, nice to see you. Australia, New Zealand, and the South Pacific. Okay. So truly, I am thinking that we're going to do a lot of the South Pacific in 2028, if I had to guess. If by 2028, surely Gordon will retire, right? You think? We don't know. We'll see. You know what? If he doesn't, I'm going. I'm going. If he's not, we're going. I'm going to go.
I think I'm retiring.
We'll see. We'll see. But thank you for saying that in the South Pacific. Okay. Lori says Antarctica.
I thought I was waiting for permission from you to retire. I'll get another thumbs up.
Let's not have this discussion here. And then, so Lori wants to go to Antarctica. So Lori, are you wanting to do like Princess does, or are you wanting to do going ashore? Because I so want to do going ashore. And honestly, I never thought it would really work out, because it used to be that if you were going to go on a good ship, with a good experience, you were going to be paying like $25,000 a person, which is not in my wheelhouse. But it is, with so many players in that field now, it is becoming so much more affordable. So that's definitely on my radar. So I really want to do that. So, So yeah, I'm with you. So tell us what kind of Antarctica you want to do, Lori. Okay, wants to do Tahiti in Japan.
Tahiti for me and Japan for Mark.
Okay.
They're both good.
So we're going to do Japan, I'm sure, in 27. We're waiting for that to come. Kathy wants to do Hawaii, which, you know what, we could just do. And Gordon can go to work for that 2 weeks. You don't mind, right? He's been to Hawaii more than I have. So, Cassie, nice to have you. Oh, the Mediterranean. Booked for April. I love that you have a day for your someday. April and May 2026. Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
Good.
You're going to love it, and you're going to want to go again.
Oh,
You're just going to want to. And Kay wants to go to Hawaii. Hi there, Holly. It's 50 degrees after 30 this morning. Oh, that's great. Working at the garden center starting this week, so spring is coming.
There you go.
I'm happy. Well, Code 4 for Life, Don and Scotty, so nice to see you. They're out doing errands. So enjoy being out and about, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming.
Ray and Wanda want to make it Roy and Rhonda. There we go.
Want to do the Panama Canal. I'll write that down. That one might not come around again for just a bit. I looked at, the Star, of course, is going through there in 2026. But then I was thinking we just went in 2025. So it might need to be a little longer until we do that again. Because like the Star's doing the full transit on her way to, get up to Alaska. Right. So Good to see everybody. Ellen wants to do Antarctica too, and I know what kind she wants to do. She wants to get off and walk around.
Well, Christine says Norway. It's the top of her list.
Norway. Oh, Christine. Okay, let's just do that because I want to do Norway again too. And
our group cruise is stopping there.
It is, but you know what? They also do. The Fire and Ice has, I think it's 3 stops. But I also want to do like the Land of the Midnight Sun again. It was that good. Want to do that again.
That was wonderful.
So, Ontario girl would like to go to Australia, back to Venice. So it's really interesting to me that Trieste has been taken off of the Majestic Princess because Trieste was really kind of the special thing that she was going to do. I think only 3 times this year. Was it only 3? It wasn't very many. I want to say 3. And so it's a really big deal that they took Trieste off. And really big deal, which I would say that doesn't bode well, but I don't think it bodes anything.
Are they worried about the logistics of the $20, the 20 euro thing?
No. Like
or €5?
You mean the 10 euro to get into Venice?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't think so.
No, number 1, Trieste is not Venice. It's a whole different city.
Correct.
So that's no impact. And if you are going to pay thousands of dollars for cruising, you're going to pay $10 to get into Venice. Stay home. So that was harsh.
You heard it.
But sincerely,
no, really.
I don't. But anyway, so we'll see what they say about it. We'll see what they do. Yeah. Bucket list, Allison's best tour. Oh, Tim, thank you. And Cindy, oh my goodness, up there in Alaska. That would be like way too fun. So fun, wouldn't it? Would have a ball. Let's see. Holly would like to see London someday, but not sure about solo cruising overseas. Logistics of getting to a hotel and then a port. Oh, Holly, we have got you. You know what? I would go to London by myself. Hands down. I would go to Barcelona. I did go to Barcelona by myself. I'm trying to think if there's somewhere I wouldn't go by myself.
To the store.
No, I go to the store. I'm trying to think. No, I think that the places that I would take a cruise, I wouldn't mind. And there's a way to do it really safe on your own. Like even Rome and Athens. That would be okay. So don't check anything off your list, Holly. Think of where you want to go and we'll figure out how to do it. How's that?
Yeah.
I really am not kidding. Really not kidding. And I would not send anybody anywhere I wouldn't go by myself. So, a European river cruise is on Kathy's bucket list.
Not sure which region or river. So we've done the Danube, we're doing the Rhine.
But you know what? They have like 14-day ones that go clear from like Amsterdam, clear all the way down like to Budapest. And some of them go clear over to what is right there on the Black Sea. It'll come to me. But there are really nice ones. No, Romania. And so really there's some that are very, very nice. Yeah, so they go a really long ways. Yeah. So you really get the bang for your buck if you're going to fly over there and take those. That's a really good idea. That's a good idea. They do, of course, they cost more because you're on the riverboat for longer. But if you're going to spend your time and your money to get there, you may as well see it all. I like that. I'm going to write that down. So a river cruise for longer, like in case it's your only one. And, I think that's so wise because, it's never good to presume that tomorrow will come, right? Or that next year, or that we will go back because you don't know. Suzanne, sure is good to see you on the Emerald. Transatlantic to Rome. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Lucky you. I hope it's just going wonderfully. I hope you're enjoying.
So Amanda says we'd love it if you guys offered some guided cruise tours.
Guided cruise tours. Well, see, that would put us on a bus with a microphone, wouldn't it? You know what would be really fun? And I am like so game if people want to sign up to do this. Okay, so you do a river cruise and you end in Budapest and then you go to the train station and you get on the train and take it to Salzburg, right? Or if a bunch of us want to go, okay, I'll get a bus. We could get a bus and a driver to take us and drive us to Salzburg. Because Salzburg is magnificent to see on its own. But then it also has that Sound of Music tour.
And those little chocolate things.
Those little chocolate Mozart balls.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Those are really good. And so they have a lot of really good things there. But anyway, and then just like depending on what people want to do, if you're going to fly home from there, or do you want to go on the bus again? Because the bus is so much nicer than lugging your luggage on the train. And so then anyway, But we could do the train if people wanted. But I think a bus is very nice. And
well,
then,
yeah, especially
go
if you
on
got
to
enough
Vienna.
people on the bus, then all of our
I don't
luggage
know.
is together.
People will have to vote on this, but wouldn't that be a ball? It would be a ball, and you would see, because you can go to Salzburg from a river cruise, and you can go to Vienna because you go to Vienna. But some of these places just deserve a little more time. And like when you're in the port to go to Salzburg, you have to choose between Salzburg and like Český Krumlov. If you're on, for example, like on the waterways, or the different lines do a little bit differently, but that's one thing you're going to have to choose. And who wants to have to choose? Go to Český Krumlov in the Czech Republic from the cruise ship, the riverboat, and then visit Vienna for a couple of days after. Like, I am game, Amanda. I'd have to figure out, get group space at hotels and figure out things like that. But if people want, like, I am game, I think that would be so much fun. And it would just have to be like limited to the number of people that would fit on a bus, but that would be a lot of fun.
Well, they have different size buses too.
Oh, in Scandinavia, Clyde says, especially Sweden and Norway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Yesterday, Gordon and I were talking that we would really like to go back to the Baltics. And I know that the cruises aren't quite as extensive there with what has happened with they don't do St. Petersburg anymore, and with the war with Ukraine and everything going on. But I would just love to go to Estonia again and over to Finland. And but then you see they are doing more of Sweden than ever before. A lot of the lines are. And
because rather than just Stockholm only, they'll go to Gotland. And sometimes, have any of them been going over to Gothenburg?
I don't know. We'd have to look.
Yeah.
But really nice. Thanks for saying that, Amanda. Thank you. I've thought of that very specifically before when we did that river cruise, and then we took the train to Salzburg.
We did.
And it was really worth it. But I don't really like lugging my luggage. So on the train. It's good to see you guys.
Holly's asking which
Holly
is
wants
best
to do
for the
Northern
Northern Lights. Which
cruise. I talked about this the other day.
And the one we did was called In Search of the Northern Lights.
So I really like how Princess does it. HX does it, like the expedition arm of Hurtigruten. Well, they kind of broke off. And then Viking does it. Lots of different lines do it. I think Atlas does it. I think Ponant does it. A lot of different lines do it. But I don't know. I love how Princess does it, to be truthful. I really like how they do it. They do it early in the season. It's more affordable than some of them are.
Yes.
But yeah, there's a lot of things, to think about. So I wrote down Northern Lights. We should do that again.
And I'm sure they do it on the other lines, but I just remember the captain kept saying, "Hey, jump outside and look at the Northern Lights. There they are."
Oh, look, Ray says that he got the iPhone 16 and the camera is awesome.
Good job.
It's really cool what they're doing just with phones now. Yeah. It's really cool, isn't it? It's amazing. So just like Princess does, not sure I could do the Zodiac boats. Okay. So Lori, that's a great idea. Let's see. Marge and I still want to go ashore. Oh, I am looking. Like I said to Gordon, if you don't think you can go ashore, do you mind waiting for me on the boat? And he says he doesn't mind. Right?
Yeah. So I'd like to go.
Yeah. So I didn't mean I was going to leave you, but just if you felt like.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
So, Gina wants to go see Paris, the Eiffel Tower, the Rhone, Canadian Rockies via train. Currently planning a Grand Mediterranean cruise on the Sun. Yes, they are. Which has been on the list for years. Finally, you're doing it.
Good.
See, isn't that wonderful?
Oh, that's
nice. I just love that. I'm going to write down France and the Eiffel Tower. We could do a bus tour there. But you know what? Viking has very nice cruise on the Seine. In fact, they just put 2 new riverboats on there. I can't tell you how excited I am to try Viking and tell you what I think about it, because I think it's going to be grand. I do. I don't think it's going to be bad, but I'm going to compare it with Avalon. And then we have on the waterways at the end of the year. So it's going to be kind of fun to look at it all together. But I am pretty much steadfast in, as long as the cruise line's okay, if they're going where I want to go and I can afford them, then that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, Becky, Australia, New Zealand as well. Australia and a zoo. Let's see. Kay McKenzie, nice to have you with us. Just booked Australia, New Zealand land and cruise package with Princess. Oh, now that's going to be fun. So Princess has a couple of really nice, I don't think they have a clunker. Their cruise tours, the land and
Yeah.
cruise, but they have some very, very nice ones in. They have some in Australia that you could pretty much go down your bucket list of like places you really want to get to see in Australia and check almost everything off your list. They do a really good job. Really good job. So, Christine wants to do the British Isles. She's got the Mediterranean, Australia, and New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought of doing the Mediterranean next year and then just carrying on over to, in 27 and just going on over to Egypt. But maybe they would have to be 2 separate trips for Gordon's time. Yeah. I like that Melody. Melody, nice to see you.
She came in late and missed the question.
Oh, so. Where do we want to go? Where's our bucket list, so Melody? We're just for fun. And I don't mean to only talk about that.
She jumped in down here.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I think so. To go see those cherry blossoms in the springtime. Gordon says spring's a nice time to go.
And I got to tell you, as a 19-year-old missionary for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I did not understand how wonderful cherry blossoms in Japan were. I had been in Japan for 3 or 4 months, and we went one day to a park, and it was gorgeous. Just absolutely gorgeous. That? We went with some church members. They took us. They'd made us bentos and
little food.
And we just, it was the kind of it was a temple, a Buddhist temple, and they had the overhangs where the cherry blossom branches just went along, and it was really something. It was beautiful.
So we'll have to go see those. Yeah. Thanks for saying that. Good thinking, Melody. I'm writing Cherry Blossoms by Japan.
I'll have to dig out those pictures.
Oh, you should. And you could show everybody. Yeah. So Mimi, Karen, Brian, good to see you.
45 years ago.
Let's see, a 53-day majestic Japan round trip from Seattle on Holland America with stops in Alaska and Hawaii. Do you have that booked, my dear?
You're quite specific on your bucket
Holland
list.
America has really fabulous cruises. And I love the idea of going round trip from the United States. Like, I love that idea. No expensive flights and no long flights either. You get to go see everything and they bring you back. Thank you for saying that. That's a really good. I'm going to take a picture of that one.
Of what?
Of what she said. That's a lot to write down. Here we go. Alrighty, hold still. Okay, got it. Alrighty. Well, hi, Kristen. So good to see you. Really good to see you. Oh, your power came on.
Good.
Sue and Phil's power came back on. That's great news. Let's see. Terry says he doesn't have a bucket list, Jody says, but on his list, when we got engaged 31 years ago, he said he wanted to cruise the canals of France. I want to go to Greece and the Mediterranean.
Okay.
Well,
you can't go wrong with any of those.
So that one that Viking does on the Seine, he would probably really like, because it doesn't go just in Paris, but it goes out into the country. Yeah. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's really beautiful. So just as wonderful. And Greece and the Mediterranean, as you know.
I like this.
Bucket list, England, Ireland, and Scotland. See, that's perfect. So Norwegian has a really nice itinerary that does Ireland and just Ireland. So you look at the Princess ones, and you get some of everything, which is like a lot of merit to that too. But when you're really trying to focus on a country, it's really fun to look at the people who do that a lot. So. And, Asamara does like a Scotland intensive I want to do sometime. They do Scotland like I don't think anybody else does. So that's a really good one too. So, and it's really cool that you can go see places on a ship. You can see them driving around. And I like that you have options. So, yeah. Connie wants to go to all the places, it turns out. Japan, Tahiti, Australia, Finland, Holland, Norway, the Arctic. I want to go to the Arctic too. Like up there to Svalbard. And they even have ships that go through the Northwest Passage now. It's very expensive though. It's very expensive, but how cool would that be? So Christmas Market River Cruise, the Med, Alaska again and again and again. Well, you know what I keep thinking about Alaska lately? I haven't done cruise tours yet, so we should do that together. And everybody is going to Alaska starting next year, like everybody and their dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to open up a lot more too. So let's see. People are talking to each other. Hi there, Francis. Have you
ever toured Avalon River Cruise Christmas markets?
No, I haven't done it on Avalon. So we did Avalon from Passau to Budapest.
That was 2 years ago.
That was in the springtime, right at the end of March, beginning of April. And then, but our Christmas markets that's this year is on the Danube. It's on a waterway. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's from Vilshofen to Budapest.
Yeah. And I just put a link right down there. Don't look over there. Right down there. That shows all of our upcoming group cruises. That shows that one as a link to it.
Thomas would rather do the train. Thanks for saying that, Thomas. And the train is great with me too. If everybody is happy to lug their carry-on in their backpack, that is okay. Let's see.
Momo Girl.
Melody has a break in the storm right now.
She says she had
the Sound of Music tour. Oh, Kristen, you would just love that. We are just going to sing together. When we did that, like I think, the bus driver is up there driving, and then we have this really great tour guide. He did a good job. And then we have the music playing, and we had a bunch of duds. I'm like up there on the edge of my seat, and they're like,
I'm gonna put up a link.
Oh no.
To it.
Oh, are you? Okay. It was, it was the funnest day. And right next to where you get the tickets, there's a little ticket stand, and where you wait to get on the Sound of Music tour bus, they have this little stand that sells like sausages. And in the US, I'm not a sausage person. No. But they're a whole different world.
Yeah.
So good with the sauerkraut. And if you don't like sauerkraut here, try it there. Entirely different. So
yeah, you have to consider, we don't consider ourselves foodies, but there are definitely places that we have been to that the food just stands out. And if we ever try to replicate it or find something similar at home, it's just like, sorry, we've got to go back to that little place we found.
Oh, Amanda says yes, let's do it. Okay, maybe what I'll do is look and see. 2026 is so full. I think we could let's look at 27, shall we? And they haven't released 27 yet, I don't think. Well, the last time I looked, it wasn't out yet. So I'll kind of see what I can find as far as like a ship at a good time to go. And we could maybe go. So I wouldn't go as early as we went because it rained a lot and it was cold. I feel like we didn't enjoy the top level of the riverboat.
Oh, yeah,
we went up
really
there
cold.
And we saw it. I videoed it for you when we were there, but it was cold and it rained a lot. I'm not someone that lets rain bother me. I just put up my hood, put up my umbrella, and off we go. But I'll admit it's nicer when it's not raining so much. And so I would go a little bit later, in the spring though, before school gets out. So, or in the fall, one of the two, maybe the spring.
Before the summer crowd.
Yeah, right? before the summer crowd. Maybe
crowds.
even in June, because to go when it's so green up there, because they take you like up to the church that was in the movie. And I have a plan to try to get there on the Christmas market cruise. I'm going to see if a little bribery works. But it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It is so beautiful. Okay, carrying on. Okay, bus tour. Ellen would do a bus tour with us. Okay. Let's see. Jody would love to do a world cruise. That would be fantastic. In my go-go years, and let's see, she is in her go-go years. Oh, that's a fun thing to call it, our go-go years. I want to go before I can't go anymore. I love that. It's what we're all supposed to be doing. Exactly. So Thomas wants Australia, New Zealand. Let's see. Would you go to Tokyo? Hey, Joy
By
Johnson.
Yourself?
I wouldn't. Well, okay. Let's rephrase it. I haven't been there yet. And so I would have to have a really good plan. If I had a plan, I would go. Because Tokyo is a big enough city. It's not like I'm just, popping into somewhere scary by myself, but I would make sure that I knew where my hotel was, how I was going to get to my hotel, and just have my plan. And then, yeah, I would go. Definitely I would go. Yeah. Where would I not go by myself?
Just up and leave me and run off to Tokyo without me.
Well, it's just a hypothetical, dear.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think of where I wouldn't go by myself. I don't know. Like, yeah, I would go to Tokyo. So, Jody will come. Okay. All the fun people are coming. Oh, the Celebrity Florida Galapagos. You know what? We were discussing that just earlier this evening because, Celebrity sold those other 2 ships. And so the Florida is an excellent option, a superb option. Okay, I'm writing down the Galapagos. And you know what? We got to do that before we're like super old because they let you go like swimming there a lot.
Oh.
See, now he wants to come, and I would be the one waiting on the boat because they have animals in the water.
There's fish in the water.
Yeah. See, he knows me. Okay, Galapagos. See, that's why it's good we're married, dear.
Yep.
An expedition cruise to Antarctica, indeed. That's on my list. Oh, hi, Kevin. Highly recommend Salzburg as its own special visit. Thank you for saying that. I love that approach. He's up here, sweetheart. Yeah, deserves its own dedicated time for visiting. It does. And you know what? We stayed at a hotel there that we really liked, and it was close enough that you could either take an Uber and get to where you want to go. Like they've got that Mirabelle Palace or Mirabelle Gardens that's right there. It's in the Sound of Music. And then you can kind of walk down and around and go into the old city, go across the bridge, and it's all right there. Spectacular. It's all very beautiful. It really is. Yes. It really is worth it. So thanks for saying that, Kevin.
Kevin's very well traveled. Some good information
right there. Anyone planning to take Amtrak between Vancouver and Seattle, note that it will be out of commission until further notice. Thanks for saying that. I should tell people that. I'm writing that down, Pedro. Thank you. I haven't looked at that for a bit. And be aware, too, if you're going between Vancouver and Seattle for a cruise, that most of the cruise lines do a transfer, like from SeaTac up to the port in Vancouver and back. So that's a really good thing to note, too. Thanks for saying that. Because, sometimes people want to stay and visit a little bit longer. But there is a ferry that runs as well that you can do that, too, if you want to. Let's see. Oh, Melody has only experienced the cherry blossoms in Washington, D.C. They are beautiful. I'm sure I haven't done it as many times as you. I think I've seen them twice in my whole life, and they are indeed so beautiful there in the tidal basin. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks for saying that, Melody. So CME Traveling, nice to have you with us. Yeah. Everybody has such great ideas. And we can talk about anything else, too. So anything else you want to talk about, toss it out here. Mead, sure is good to see you. Connie says, don't go to Japan during Golden Week. You know what? Somebody else told me that, too.
Yeah.
Thanks for saying that.
This year, it's the last week of April, 1st of May.
Oh, here's Amanda's husband. Make sure when you discuss these fun ideas, you let us husbands know what we will need to budget. Y'all have to look and see how much all this costs. I've never rented a bus between anywhere over there. So, but I'm not kidding. I'll look at it. I really will. And then we'll see what it'll be and what everybody thinks. Yeah. So many cherry blossoms have bloomed there in Southern Virginia. Nice. I bet it's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, okay. Where is Sir David's bucket list? I missed it.
Well, I thought it was up there with everybody else.
Can you see David's?
You look here. I'll look over here.
Okay.
No, I mean you.
I was just going to say somebody else talk.
You go back
you
to
find
where
David's
were.
bucket list. Okay, and if I've missed anybody else, please say so. I don't mean to miss anybody.
You were down right here.
Okay, alrighty. Pat, you and Rich, how are you doing? How's Rich's knee doing? Oh, Japan with Gordon and needs to be a Mediterranean later 26 or 27. It's a deal. I've been waiting and waiting. It's only March 31st, but you hear that Europe is coming, and then like I think I said last Friday that Cunard announced that they're going to be delayed a couple of weeks announcing theirs, and so I wonder if everybody else is too. So we'll kind of see, but yeah, it'll be wonderful. Definitely have to go. Round trip Trans-Pacific would be on Chris's bucket list.
It's not popping up. David,
you know what they do? They have round trip.
No, David's list is not popping up.
Okay, David, we can't find your list. Will you type it again, sweetie pie?
He says thumbs up. That's a good thing.
Thank you.
Okay.
Love Alaska, but wonder if everyone is going to Alaska. Oh, you wonder what I meant by everyone's going to Alaska? Just that, forever, you've had Holland America and Princess, and then your Carnival and your Royal Caribbean and your Norwegian, and then Viking goes, and Seabourn, they've gone for a long time. Regent, Seven Seas, they've gone for a long time. And then you've got some of your ones that are like uncruise lines. I think that's named one of the places, uncruise line. But anyway, Viking, no, not Viking. Viking already goes. They're going to keep going. But Azamara is going to go, and Virgin Voyage is going to go, MSC is going to go. And so I think that not only, I think the ports are going to be busy. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of these new ports that want to be ports are going to come into play a lot more. I do. So.
Thanks, Hervoye. We appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, she says, or he says, will result in more tourism pushback. Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting.
Well, wondering if it will.
Yeah, because, like last year, I need to look it up again, and it's just because they're not words that I remember. They're more of, I think they're more Indigenous people's names up there for the places, so I don't remember them as well. But there were a couple of places wanted to welcome more cruise ships, and so I think we'll see that a lot more on itineraries. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay, dealing with money exchange with going overseas scares me. Okay, I'm going to do a video about this.
Yeah.
You know what? Truly, Holly, thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like anything else when you travel, if you've got it planned out, if you're aware, it's definitely not a major concern.
But
there are some things you need to be.
Okay, I'm going to talk about that because there are things that we've learned the hard way and the easy way from other people and from experience. Thanks for saying that, Holly. That's a really good idea. I should talk about that. Yeah, you're a love. So, and it is no big deal. Once you got it, you got it.
Mm-hmm.
All excursions booked for the cruise in 495 days. Not excited at all. Oh, I am so excited. They're talking about the Eclipse cruise in August of 26.
Okay. David, truly, his bucket list is anywhere.
That's a good one. I like that. See, he's just happy to go. And, I think the thing is, David and Christy, I don't even know if you would want to go on a river cruise and then get on a bus and go see places. But, I just think, to me, the nice thing about a bus is you don't have to lug your bags. You just have your bags. They go under the bus and off we go. You don't have to worry about them getting off and on the train, watching them on the train. I've been reading some reports lately that luggage theft on trains is like at an all-time high. So like there's this lady, I was even watching her. She when she gets on, she think of like a bike lock, but it's a suitcase instead. Mm-hmm. And so she does that to fasten it to the train. To the cage that you're putting your suitcase on. When we did go, when we went 2 years ago, when we did it, it was right at Easter time. So when we were taking the train from Budapest over to Salzburg, it was okay. Mm-hmm. But then we were a couple of days later, because we stayed in Salzburg a couple of days, or was it Vienna we went to first and then Salzburg? Whatever's closer. Yeah, we went to Vienna, then Salzburg, then back up to Munich. But then by the time we were going to Munich, it was the Easter weekend. Spring break, yeah. And it's Easter weekend, right? And so all the college students are traveling home. Yeah. Everybody's traveling home, and it was packed. Mm-hmm. And really, that our bag didn't get stolen is a blessing, huge blessing. And it was so packed though that we had to keep one of our bags with us when we tried to sit down. And even because even if you can pay for a seat or not to have a seat. Sometimes people sit down that don't have that ticket. Well, how are you going to stand up? So we're really lucky that we just found 2 seats and sat down because we had paid for seats. Right. But there were some people that had paid for seats that got on after us. And luckily they weren't just young college kids. They weren't older people, or we had to give up our seat. We would have been delighted to give up our seats for them. But there were people that had paid and didn't get a seat. So we wouldn't have to worry about that either. It would just be an easier way to travel. Yes. So let's see. Gomen nasai, Gordon. We got to go to Tokyo without you. Okay. Let's see. I don't know what that means. It means so sorry. Oh. Let's see. use bank ATMs to find the currency conversion. Absolutely. But I'll walk you through all of that, Holly. Yeah. Thanks for saying that, Gary. Yeah. Let's see. Karen says she's for sailing. Round trip from the U.S. would also do a 45-day med round trip from New York. Got her brochures spread out on her desk. Good job. You go, girl. You go, girl. That's wonderful. Yeah, and they do. They run some really amazing cruises. Don't have plans for 27 yet, so she's game. Okay, Jody. Let's see. Cruiser Girl 909, nice to have you with us. Leaving Saturday on the new Stanton Dam for a transatlantic.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah, let us know how it goes. Oh, Christine does not have any cherry blossoms, but the dogwoods. Dogwoods are beautiful. We had dogwoods where I live growing up. Lulu sees, nice to see you. Going on the British Isles cruise this year. Where do you get pounds and euros when you went? Did you order them from the bank or get an ATM when you arrived? So
we've done both.
I usually get them when I have my act together. I get them at the bank before we go because it's really handy that way. And the bank that we use here is a major currency place. And so you can get currency just about everywhere there that you want. But so I usually do that. And so then you try to ballpark like how much money you're going to need. So then when you get there, though, you can do an ATM if you want to. But like they said, it's wise to use a bank ATM. So they have, bank ATMs at the bank. But banks also will have their ATMs other places, but they'll have a sign that says that simply because you get a better conversion and not so much fees as you do from the random ATMs everywhere. Have I used a random ATM everywhere? Yep. Every once in a while I've had to. Just due to poor planning on my behalf.
No, it's you got rushed.
I mean, well, exactly. Yeah. I didn't quite have myself together. It's okay.
Came in from one trip and turned around and take off on the next one.
Anyway, but I'll go through that more. But what was the question? Oh yeah, I try to go to the bank first. I do, and I try to estimate. I try to overestimate how much I want. But you know what? Most places really do take credit cards these days, but it's like the smaller places that don't. And then like in some places, they still want you to pay the hotel taxes with money here and there. They still want that. And so you just have to try to guess. But
Jeffrey's here.
Well, hello there, Jeffrey. Good to have you with us. Let's see. July 26th. Cruise going north again. Looks like fun. Oh, that July 2026. Yeah, the July 4th one. That is going to be a really fun cruise. Disney and Oceania. Thank you, Jerry, for saying that. Thank you for throwing those in there.
Alaska's going to be busy.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
But that's good.
Yeah. But Disney, see, when the kids get bigger, I want to do that. I really want to try Azamara to Alaska, and I want to try Viking because that will be one of their ocean ships. So let's see. Yeah, Holly, I can help you with that, knowing how much, what kind, and how will I need at different, and how much will I need at different ports. Yeah, I'll talk about all of that. I'm writing that down so I remember that specific question.
So Melvin says Crete, Greece. I'm looking forward to the new port since they canceled Santorini because of the cable cars. You're going to love Crete.
You are going to love Crete.
If you saw her video today, I linked our video when we went to Heracleon.
You can link it again.
Yeah, I'll grab it
and you know what I think we're going to do with so many people who this year are unexpectedly going to go to Heracleon in Crete and go to Rhodes. And you know what, Corfu, I'm seeing Corfu, some people saying they're going to go to Corfu instead as well. Let's rummage through what we've got and see if we could do more helpful videos.
Okay.
Because, sometimes we just just kind of put the highlights in and are done. But like Corfu is spectacular. Like, oh my, go to the Achilleon Palace, enjoy the drive up, sit as close to the front of the bus as you can. So you get the views of the cars that you meet along the way and just how everything works. But go to the Achilleon Palace. Absolutely go there. And you can walk around all over the town. It's absolutely beautiful there. So let's see. Okay. Let's see. Looking forward to Newport.
We did that. John T is going, telling us 13 days till the start of the 2025 Alaska cruise.
It is. It's amazing. Thanks for saying that, John. That's
less than 2 weeks.
Yeah. Let's see. Gina says, does anybody have a suggestion for a video camera that's easy to use? Or is a cell phone just as good?
Put that down for I need to do another gadget video.
Okay, so you know what, Gina? I would say take your phone. So you know what, when we did the Panama Canal, I took my camera that I just love. It's a Canon. Love that camera. It has an incredible zoom. Really, really good. Love that camera. Can't say enough about that camera. And before then they had the advent, where they have like 3 cameras here, and it really made a huge difference in pictures and the zoom and all of these things. Until then, I used that camera like all the time, but now we just use this. And I am going to take my nice camera that I love to Antarctica, because I really want to zoom in on penguins and some of the scenery. But for I even took it with me to Panama Canal and didn't even use it. And I think that I took it with me in the fall to the Mediterranean and didn't even need it, because this was so versatile. That's what I think. Yeah, we could talk some more on the phone if you want to, and you can tell me what you want to video the most, or specifically want to photograph. But iPhones are remarkable now. If you have a reasonably new one, if you have a really old one, then all bets are off. But they have just come so far in the last 1 or 2 updates. Is this a 15? Yeah, I have a 15.
15 Pro.
And I noticed a big difference when that came.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll do a video soon, because like she said, on the Panama Canal, this is all we used. The only thing that was different is when we did that live where you saw the all day long live, that was my GoPro I used as a webcam sitting on the deck. And the only other thing I did is I've shown you those glasses that has a little camera in.
Those are awesome.
And the nice thing about those is I can tap it, and then we can walk along carrying suitcases, carrying anything.
And it's recording.
Yeah.
So if you see Gordon's walking along seeming busy and you can see me, it's those glasses. Yeah, it's really cool. Those
the
are
resolution
really cool.
on them is fantastic. The only concern I have when I use those is if I'm moving my head too much. And I train myself, and I tell myself the entire time, slow, even movements. But then once in a while I'll be walking along, all of a sudden I gotta look down at the stairs, and I try to edit that out. But once in a while you'll catch it where
that's a good
you're
question.
looking down just like I am.
It's a really good question, Gina. Really good question. Yeah. So if anybody has anything else they want to throw out, go ahead. But let's see. Sorry, that was Lady Christie's bucket list. Tim says.
Oh.
These are so fun. Daniel, nice to see you. I love my husband. Oh, how fun is that? Can you tell me about the Panama Canal cruise? I'm concerned some of the ports we're going next year on the Caribbean Princess. My dear, tell me what your questions are about, what your concern is about the ports. Tell me, and I'll tell you what I think.
And let me put up
you know what? Gordon is editing. He is constantly editing for me, but
it's a lot.
He's been trying to put together we have noticed, and I think it's kind of cool because I've watched these of people. I remember my favorite, look at Hoosier Tim. Just his channel is called Hoosier Tim. He has really inspired us because we have watched all of his videos, and he'll put up a 9-hour video of a trip. And, I usually don't have 9 hours, but I'll turn it on and do something else. Or if we're watching it together, we'll watch an hour a day or whatever we have time for. But it's really interesting to see people's whole trip. So he is putting that together. It'll show all the ports, just kind of like an overview of the trip. But yeah, tell me what your questions are. And here's one thing I want to tell you about a port. If you go somewhere and you're really worried about a port, stay on the ship. And I don't even mean that mean. I mean that very sincerely. Just because you're going somewhere doesn't mean you have to get off the ship. So if you're going somewhere, which is very much a destination like the Panama Canal, but you think, I don't know if I want to get off in all those ports, or I worry about this, or I worry about that. Let's figure it out and see what your questions are and go from there. But also, if you're uneasy, it's vacation. It's not a test. It's not a requirement. So just be easy on yourself.
Yeah.
Truly. And in some of the ports, we didn't stay off the ship really long
Mm-mm.
because I saw what I wanted to see and I was
Yeah.
done. And that varies by person, what they want to see, what they enjoy, and the whole 9 yards. So tell us what your questions are, okay? Let's see. One thing that Jeffrey likes to do is plan and replan his retirement cruise next year. See, this is fun. I've even had everything all thought out, and then 2 months later, I have a new plan. It is. It is a lot
He
of the
says
fun,
he's still
isn't
got
it?
5 more years.
And by the time okay, you know what that reminds me of, Jeffrey? So by the time 5 years rolls around, you're going to have it right. So did you guys see Ocean's 8? Remember how she was in jail and she ran the thing of like how to steal the jewels until she didn't get caught? You're running the thing until you get the cruise right.
Now we're not promoting
theft. No. We're running. Think about it until you get it right.
Yeah.
And because then the more you think about it, you maybe think, oh, no. Yeah, good job, Jeffrey. Good job. And that's a good thing for all of us to do. I love that. Plus, it helps us learn a lot about places that maybe we would have never learned. So here, you read that one.
Okay. Well, one thing I want to say that I like to do is I pull up Google Maps and I will go down to the street view. Mm-hmm. And we've even had it where we will be going somewhere and I will do the street view and pretty much get the step-by-step of how to get from a hotel to the train station.
And he remembers. We get there and he knows it, which is scary, but I go with them.
We just walk down this way and we turn this corner and we'll be walking along and she'll be like, are you sure this is the right way? And I said, well, I remember this store. And I remember this way, and it's just around the corner. And we go around the corner, and there it is.
See, this will be handy on the bus tour. When we get off, we'll know where we're going.
And we try to do the same thing for you with our videos.
We do. We do.
Yeah. She will carry the camera the entire way. And that's why I really like the camera, the glasses, because now we can give you the step-by-step. When you get into the LA cruise terminal, you're going to walk along a little bit. You're going to go up that escalator, turn the corner, and then get into the Great Hall. Mm-hmm. And then after that, you're going to go through security, and then you're going to go through that, and you're going to see Dave and Christy sitting there waiting for you. And then you get on the ship.
Yeah. It's great. Yeah. So Serenity Searchers, and the best part is David and Christy being there. Let's see. We're booked for their second cruise ever, 14-night Star Princess in January. Oh, thanks for watching. Thank you. Their first cruise on the Enchanted was better. Thank you. I'm tickled pink that it's helping.
Thank you.
Good. Let us know what questions you have. Let's see. People are talking to each other. Yeah. Do you have any thoughts aside from Sagrada Familia of what to do or see with 3 days in Barcelona before the Star inaugural?
Hop on, hop off bus.
So the hop on, hop off is really good because, Gaudi has different, other different like structures, homes, other places around Barcelona that are really cool to see. They have a whole Gothic quarter. I think that's very much worthwhile. They've got a cathedral, of course, but you can walk around that whole area, which I think is really nice. Some yummy eating places are there. They've got, it's probably the headline places, but there's Sagrada Familia. And then what is that monastery up on the hill?
I don't remember, but here's the link to our hop on, hop off, and it will show it because it went up there.
Yeah. What else did we see? Barcelona is just a really pretty city as well. And if I had to choose, if I were going to sit in a cafe and soak up the beautiful, it's going to be the beginning of October. It's going to be spectacularly beautiful there. I would sit in a cafe and soak everything in over by Sagrada Familia way before I would do it on Las Ramblas. Las Ramblas, you have to go see it. Keep your hand on your wallet and be careful. But they have shops and eating places on the outside, and then the little street type thing, and then in the middle is where you're going to sit. A lot of the places, some of them you sit in the little eating places on the edge, but a lot of them have additional seating there in the middle. And just to me, the ambience is much more lovely over towards the part of town where Sagrada Familia is. There's beautiful buildings, but I would definitely do that. And you can walk around the little port area. There's 2 different hop on, hop off buses there. And they have, I think each one of them has a couple of different lines as well. But you can go almost everywhere. And what is the name of that monastery up on the hill?
I'll look here.
That's definitely worth seeing too. What else would I do if I were there? Those are the main things that really stand out to me. Let me ask my Caroline as well some things that we've done when we were there. I'll ask her
and
what I have forgotten.
The thing that I remember a lot about Barcelona and me knowing where you're from, it reminded me a lot of Southern California. So if you've been there occasionally, just the way the palm trees are, just the way the
it's the Mediterranean.
It's the Mediterranean, which Los Angeles is a Mediterranean climate. And so just, it felt like I was at home. It
but
really
they have
did.
Taxis and Ubers there. I think I just think of the hop on, hop off because you just pay one price, but you can get a hop on and hop off all day long and get to see it. He's looking for the name of that monastery up there. He'll find it. So, but you'll have to say hi when you're on the
Monastery of Pibro. Is that it?
Oh.
Nope.
Your own net is scammy. I'm going to agree with you on that, Thomas, very much. Scott says, I'm taking my first Princess Transatlantic. It's not clear if Princess offers a free shuttle from the port to Southampton to the central train station. A free shuttle from the port of Southampton to the central train station. Like the central train station in Southampton? No, they don't. But when you get off the ship there in Southampton, there's a taxi stand. And so you can just get a taxi over
Santa Maria?
To the central train station. Oh, Montserrat. Yeah, Montserrat. Yeah, I wanted to say that. And then I was like, is that there? Yeah, Montserrat is definitely worth going to visit there in Barcelona.
Oh, that's beautiful.
But no, just take a taxi there over to the central train station in Southampton. That's the best way to do it. Alaska is always on Holly's cruise list. 3rd cruise to Alaska this fall. Oh, I'm so excited. So do you have any plans to try Explore? Well, David, I remember you are. But yes, I do have plans to try Explore. Explore is very much on my list. And so if anybody doesn't know, Explore is owned by MSC. It's just nicer than MSC. Just a lovely step up. So yes, I do. And I should do that sooner than later. We should do that in 26. So I have the big calendar of 2026 up, trying to decide where I can fit something else. And 25 as well. We have September open in 2025. Well, I do. Not sure that Gordon does, but
when?
In September of this year, we're open.
We are?
Yeah.
Okay.
David, I would like to try that a lot. So, and it's nice to see you, by the way. Good to see you. So, Chris's next cruise is on the MSC Seashore, then Utopia of the Seas. Well, that's cool. You're trying everything. I'm excited for you. Let's see. Ellen's going on Royal Caribbean Norwegian for a cruise in June to celebrate her granddaughter's graduation. Oh, that is so exciting. Very exciting. So, and many exchange and how much to get. And I'll talk about Norway. All right, I remember Norway because Norway is rather unique. Well, pretty much unique. Okay, and then thank you, Part Gal, but be sure to reserve online in advance. You know what? Thank you for saying that.
Oh, yeah.
Because with the hop on, hop off bus, you can't automatically get into all the places. So definitely reserve online. Because October is still pretty busy there. It is still like we're going to reserve like the Sagrada Familia tickets come out 6 months in advance. So we have to get those in advance. So let's see. Oh, Leah's saying to Gordon and Ray, do you recommend the 16 Pro or wait until 17 comes out in the fall? Okay, Lee, I'm going to tell you my answer and then they'll tell you their technical answer. But my answer is it depends on what phone you already have. Like, how old is the one you have? What kind of pictures are you getting and where are you going? Like, what do you have to take?
How soon are you going and so on? Yeah.
If you're going to fabulous places, you have an older phone and it doesn't take such great pictures, I would upgrade now. And so, and I didn't even get a 16 because my kind of thing is every other year is how I generally do it. So I suppose I'll get the 17. because it's really important to stay up to date. If
Yeah.
we don't stay up to date, we fall behind. And as our son told me, and I believe him. So, but you guys say, and Ray say what you
being that
think.
the 17 won't be out till fall, it's going to be in high demand. So it depends on when you're going. If you're going somewhere in October, I would say get the 16 now to give yourself some time to get familiarity with it.
They have a lot of settings on the camera.
If you're not going until after the new year, then you can wait for the 17, but you're going to get better deals on the 16. And I don't know enough about what differences there may be between 16 and 17, and there may not be a lot. And that's why we never have an issue with jumping 2 revs, going between 16 to 18 or 15 to 17, But in fact, I had the 13 before, and then I got the 15, and I got the 15 Pro, whereas before I just had the non-Pro, which only had 2 lenses, whereas
the third one actually makes a difference.
Yeah.
Plus, they keep saying that they're going to have, at some point, update the software that you're going to be able to video 3D. So hang on to your socks for that. Because I have great ideas. Then you'll have to get those glasses to watch the videos. Oh, Mead, thank you. Thank you,
Mead.
Let's
give you some lasers. Here we go. Okay,
Thank you. I got hearts.
Look at that.
Thanks.
We got them both.
Thank you so much, Mead. That's really thoughtful.
Yeah.
Thank you very, very much. So where are we at?
Right,
and thanks again for saying that, Gary. Everybody, get tickets before you go anywhere. Sincerely, make your list. Look and see if you can get tickets. Yeah. Let's see. Pedro says, phone cameras are so good these days, but get a gimbal so your videos are steady. Go, Gordon. Yeah. Well, depends just on how fancy you want to be.
There's different levels of gimbals too. And there are some
gimbal. Gordon and I have had gimbal fights, and we don't really fight about anything. We still don't have one I love.
I felt like I got the best gimbal there was, and yeah, she has trouble with it. So, and I'm not saying it's her.
Trouble with it.
I'm not saying it's her.
He is. He is saying it is. Who else's trouble is it?
I'm just anyway. Whereas our daughter got a different one, and you seem to like it, and so maybe that's the one I have to get for you.
Do I have one? No. It's okay. I'm teasing him. Okay, let's see. But no, a gimbal is a really good idea. If you're going to do a lot of videoing, you should. You should. Yeah, very much so. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just laughing because John is still using his 12 Pro.
Panama Canal question was about safety at the ports, because I heard they're just different than, say, the Caribbean in general.
So where do y'all stop? Do you stop in that Cartagena, Colombia? So that would be my main worry. But I have had a lot of people. So what would I do if I was going to stop there? I'd take an excursion, or else I wouldn't get off.
But a lot of people off and right there at the port.
A lot of people tell me it's really nice to walk around there and it's safe. And if people keep trying to sell you stuff, you can always leave and go get back on the ship. But you know what? If it's worrying you, just don't get off. Do I need to go to Colombia? I don't need to go to Colombia. Are there other places I need to go? There are. And so I would just say, do what you're comfortable. But if I ever go anywhere and I'm worried, but you really want to see it, just do an excursion and stick with your group. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Whereas Tim says staying on the ship on port days is nice because you have access to everything and there's not a lot of people.
Yeah, it is nice. So if there's nothing that you specifically want to see, when we just did Huatulco, Mexico, and we did Puerto Chiapas, and where else?
Point Arenas. In Costa Rica.
We didn't do an excursion. We just got off and walked around. And when we were done, we got back on. In Puerto Chiapas, we weren't even off very long because it's tiny. Yeah. If you're not going to go on an excursion. And that's okay. Yeah. That's okay. And so if you get somewhere and you don't want to get off, just stay on.
Where was it we found lunch? Was that Huatulco or was that in?
It was. Because I was living dangerously. I don't know if Charmaine is listening, that I was living dangerously to
and
have
it was yummy, yummy food.
Yeah. So Mead has looked at those tickets. Good going, Mead. So 3 months out. Lulu says, great advice. Oh, good. Yeah, if you're not comfortable being there, just stay on the ship. And to me, that's one of the luxuries of cruising, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to, in order to get where you're going, you don't have to stop anywhere that you don't want to. You can still go see, you can get on the ship and go see the whole Panama Canal and never get off. If you've either been to those ports or you don't care to get off, the ship is a glorious place to be.
It is.
It is so nice.
It's air conditioned.
And it's just beautiful. And they take good care. Yeah. So let's see.
Craig said he noticed the menu at Sabatini's on the Sun in March was different from Sabatini's on the Sky and Discovery in 2024.
Oh.
Has the menu also changed on those ships for 2025?
That's a good question. You know what? I should have gotten a picture of the menu. Did we get it? We didn't get a picture of the menu on Sabatini's, did we?
If it was under the name, yeah, I do.
We'll look.
I've got a.
We'll look and get it so we can put
screenshot
that up.
of it.
Thanks for saying that, Craig. What did somebody else say just above that?
Venti chocolate. Great service, and try the pizza and the Venti chocolate.
Yeah, Venti's good.
Yeah.
Venti. Okay.
Jeffrey does the same thing with Google Maps.
Oh, do you like that?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, thanks, Thomas. He knew Montserrat. Yeah. Recommendation hotel if I was to join the group cruise in July. So, a lot of people have been asking me this, and I've been looking, and nothing, of course, is open yet because we're more than a year. But there's the Yotel over by the cruise port. A lot of people tell me that they really like. I would just say, I'll get a list. I'll make a list for us because you have ones that are more downtown. I think a little bit of it is what you want to do while you're there and how like candy you want to be to walk around everywhere. But we've stayed at ones that are really downtown, and we have stayed at ones that are just across the river there in Cambridge, but are still on the T. They're still on the line, so it's easy to do. So I'll make a list. But there are like Marriott's and Hilton's, and then there's some nice independent places as well.
Yeah.
But and too, like this last time we went, like in January, we had like a 6:00 in the morning flight, and so we just stayed at the hotel, the Embassy Suites, right at the Boston airport, and it is so close there that if those are the cheapest, either they run a transfer from the airport over to the ship, or it's really affordable and easy to get an Uber or a taxi over. And the Boston airport is one of those that, you have to go to a different area to get an Uber. So I've taken an Uber to the airport before and walked over to the airport from there. It's not that far. But when I fly in, like this last time when I went, it was a busy time of day and our son was in a meeting for work. And so I just took a taxi. So it's really easier to take a taxi from the airport because otherwise you have to drag your luggage and walk over to the Uber area. So I always choose to take a taxi. But this time I looked before, like when there's like a taxi queue, and the amount that it was for the Uber in between the taxi, it wasn't really trafficy. And so it didn't cost a big difference. So I just told you all that.
Yeah. So it made it worth it.
Yeah. So it was okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Thomas wants to know when we're doing a group cruise, Australia, New Zealand.
If I had to guess, I would say probably in 2028. Mm-hmm. So save your money, everybody. Yeah. That one is when we just need a little bit more time. And honestly, we're using a lot of time in 26. And then in 27, we have like our Nile trip, and we're trying to put Japan in there and some other things. So I think it will be in 28. Yeah.
Yep.
Do you think it's possible for Princess to, do I think it's possible? Vince, you know what? When we came back from COVID, Princess was really generous. If your cruise fare went down, at getting the difference back. I've had a much harder time lately. It doesn't mean you never can do it, but you have to get someone on the phone that will do it. Yeah.
Because the demand is high.
Then trying to make sure you get your money back. Yeah. Yeah. So here's the thing too, and this is like, I think, a really good discussion. We should do it in a video and everybody should reply because it's getting late, but I don't know. I'm half and half. So, once final payment hits, if there is a lot of availability still left on the ship, the cruise lines mark the price down. Mm-hmm. They do the Princess Picks, or they do, they just mark it down. And so then people can sign up on short notice and go cheaper than everybody who had booked and was planning all this time. So to me, the two schools of thought are, if you don't really care if you go, then wait and see if it goes on sale and go for less money. But if you want to be sure that you are going to go and have a good cabin, then to me, it's worth the extra money to book and plan on it and be ready to go. And that's just me. So tell me what you think. Yeah, tell me what you think in the comments. But I see both sides. I see why we would want our money back. And then I also see as a business and saying, well, you know what? You've had the luxury of all this time knowing that you were going to go. And if the price goes up, I don't ever call and ask if I can pay more, right? So I don't know. I'm saying this both as a consumer and as like, if I were the business owner, I would be like, what? But like I say, I never call and ask if I can pay more. So yeah. Hi there, Anne's Craft Corner. So nice to see you, Anne. Let's see. Connie has an iPhone 10 Max and wants a new phone before their Northern Lights cruise. Oh, Connie, get one. It'll make a difference. The 10 is great. It was cutting edge when it came out. Yeah. Get a 16.
But having a phone for those Northern Lights,
you have to have a phone.
Captures them.
Like sometimes you can't see them with just your eyes. You have to have your camera. Yeah. And it's so much too. And you don't see them the same. I've noticed this. Like it's harder to hold a camera up and be looking at the sky trying to find it. Whereas your phone, you just hold it up and you can find it. So, Mead won his iPhone 16 Pro on a Princess Ultimate Hearts cruise. How fun is that? Good for you. Congratulations. Janice, nice to have you with us. Let's see. Being you need a time ticket at Sagrada Familia, how much time should you give yourself to get there from the port if your ship docks at 8? Oh, do it in the afternoon. Because if your ship docks at 8, then sorry. Is this on an excursion day or do you have to get to the hotel and put down your luggage? I would just kind of think of it that way.
Because what we've done before is our ship has come in, and we will go to the hotel. They'll take our luggage once they even have the room ready.
Yeah, early.
So we went and took a nap
just for a little
we
while.
were tired.
But anyway, if you're just going to get off at 8 o'clock, I wouldn't do it before 10 though. Just make sure that there's not bad traffic and that you get over there. And there's lots of things to look at there in that little area. There's shops, there's places to eat, there's a pretty park, and you can walk around part of Sagrada Familia too. You're going to want to walk around the whole thing outside.
Yeah, so, as she mentioned about the park that's there, and there are so many cafes along the streets close by.
Yeah. But that's what I would do. I think 9 would be pushing it, honestly.
Yeah. Now, Jody says in Barcelona to go swimming.
Swimming in the ocean. They do. They have a beautiful beach there. They do. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
She got a haircut both times. Oh, I love that, Jody. Oh, you'll have to tell us all where to go. Which here's a tip. I think I forgot to tell everybody. If I did, I'm doing it twice. So if you're going on the Coral, track down Laura in the salon. She trained at the Vidal Sassoon school there in London, and she actually really is that good. She is really, really good, delightful as well. So there's an important tip. Wow, Jody, you're going to have to tell us where to go. Marge and I cruise for the ship more than the ports. Ellen, that's great. Let's see. Staying on board at the port is a bonus seating. Exactly. Yeah. Thanks for saying that. But have you noticed the menus being watered down more? And nickel and dime since Premier has unlimited specialty dining. You know what? We had dinner and we were guests of someone who was so kind. It was Emil's birthday and he and Lori were so gracious to invite us to dinner at the Crown Grill. So we had a splendid dinner and you know what? It was superb. It was excellent. The menu was excellent. I don't think it's been watered down at all. Do you?
No.
And that was just on the Coral. That's our most recent experience. So that's why it's important to compare. So no, that was not. And I did notice on our Coral Princess cruise that the Crown Grill was not super busy.
No, it wasn't.
And neither was Sabatini's. And so our experience hasn't been that. We'll pay attention when we go on the Sapphire in May and let you know. But I don't think so. So anybody else, please chime in. Please chime in. Stayed at the Hyatt in Boston Seaport. Thank you. Did not like which I liked, although I did not like the Boston Cruise Port. So, they're going to improve that. A while ago, I did a video that over the next few years, they're going to be doing a lot of work on and you have to say that cruise port is a little bit older, but they have not had the ships coming like they are now, and that they are going to be going forward. So it's really an up and coming, getting much more busy cruise port there. Thanks, Cheryl. Thank you, and Dale. Let's see. Anybody else have anything
Connie's
else?
talking about the Australia.
Oh,
eclipse.
Indeed there is. It's like July 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
It does. But here's the thing. It's wintertime there. And so I've looked in 25 and 26, and like the only people there are like an expedition pontoon ship, and which is of course very pricey, but also there's like one sailing in that whole like winter, like when I was looking like in July. And so I don't think that's going to be one that we do as a cruise.
Unless somebody does something up by Singapore or Malaysia.
That's true.
Area.
Yeah. It's just far enough away, but I'm keeping an eye. Gordon always reminds me about the Singapore, Malaysia thing. So we'll keep our eye and see if they release something. But as far as being down south, I don't know that you would get a cruise line to take a ship down there just for that time frame.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool though if they did, wouldn't it? So yeah. Oh, Mint says, yes, Thanks. He's what do you mean about the pricing drop more than $500 for the Alaska cruise in June.
But yes, he also pointed out that booking last minute airfare sometimes negates some of your other savings.
That's true. That's true. It really is interesting, isn't it? How that all pans out. So let's see. We're there all day. Oh, you go on a 12-day.
To another 12-day.
All day long.
Okay.
So I would give myself a couple of hours to get over there. But other than that.
Jeffrey's got a good point, an interesting thing here. That on his last cruise, he tried to book the specialty, but it was always filled. Yet when he went there, they said they have plenty of tables. Interesting.
That's what I think it's really important to think. Like if you call the dine line and you can't get reservations or can't do it in your app, go see them when you get there. Thanks for reminding everybody, Jeffrey.
And that's why they've instituted that cancellation.
The cancellation charge. Yeah, if you're not going to show up. Different menu. Oh, thanks for saying that. Melody says different menu for Sabatinis on the Regal last November than Coral this year. Coral seemed to be nicer and more options. So it seems like the menu got nicer. Yeah. Janice, nice to see you. Found Boston Cruise Port horribly overcrowded and extremely disorganized. Had that been my first experience, I might have never cruised again. And there you go.
We have been to ports like that. Yeah. We've been to some that you're just like, this is easy. And others you're like, you know what? I don't think they've ever done a cruise out of here before.
You know what? I don't know. At the time, maybe I get hot and have to go sit down. But I don't know. Once I'm on the ship, I'm just so happy to be there.
Yeah.
I can't even remember the ones that weren't going well. So I love that, Janice. Yeah. Thanks for saying that.
Yeah. Jeffrey says the same.
The same thing. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for staying with us extra. Sorry we went over. Thanks, though, for joining us. And I think we can be here Friday.
I think so.
Here Friday?
That's the plan.
So if something comes up, we'll let you know. Otherwise, we'll see you Friday night. Oh, one more thing here. Vince says the menu for specialty venues on the Sun in late January was spectacular. Had one of the best steaks ever. Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Now I want to go get a steak, and there's no place to go.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Thanks for coming, everybody. Thank you. You're our favorite people to talk about cruising with. Yeah, thank you. I'll be talking to y'all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.